Hi, in this video I wanna answer a question that you might already have about me and Nesli, which is the most frequently asked question, which is why Nesli and I don't look too close to each other. Well, the answer is pretty simple, which is which is the fact that this kind of couple content and romantic content that you might consume on YouTube, Instagram, and this kind of social media are not exactly. I mean, they're not always true. If you know what I mean, it's like, I mean, the second before they make the content, they might have some argument, or they might blah blah blah, this kind of stuff, And believe me, a normal couple is not always close to each other. They're not always like teasing each other or saying romantic and sweet stuff to each other. They still need to have their own private space. They also need to have their own interest, hobby. They all have their own stuff to deal with. So they're not like, oh, we're so close today and kissing each other. They are always so saying sweet words, saying I love you all the time, this kind of stuff. That's not true. So if you've been following social media, you might have heard of a kind of news about an American influencer, which is a girl, and she's been making content with her boyfriend on Instagram or in YouTube as well, as I know. But something very sad happened because obviously the boyfriend, I think perhaps the boyfriend murdered the girl while they were on a trip. And I believe that the followers were very shocked at the time because the boyfriend and the girlfriend look pretty close to each other on social media every day, even though this kind of murder happened. So what I'm trying to say is, don't believe everything you see on YouTube and Instagram, this kind of post. They are just trying to let you know they're just trying to let you see what they want you to see, if that makes sense. So if you feel like why Nesli and Haibo are not so close to each other, why Haibo is always like very calm and kind of cold sometimes, that's me in real. That's how I talk to people around me, that's how I deal with my family. I mean, I don't laugh all the time. I don't say sweet words to my family all the time. If you feel like it's a bit hard to understand, that's probably because there's a cultural difference here. Since in China we don't usually say these kind of words to our family members. Besides my I'm not so close with my family members as well because of some childhood stuff. So and I don't want to pretend. I don't want to pretend and create something that's not me just for the video, just for in front of camera, just for the content, because I feel like it's gonna make me feel very tired. I don't want to, it's my life. I think the point of this kind of social media content is that we are showing the real stuff instead of acting them out. Since we're not actor and actors, we are real human, and you are also real human, and we are communicating in a way that we are creating real content on this kind of platform. That's why you feel like following us, and that's why we want to that's how we communicate with each other, between Nesli, me, and you guys. So I hope that I made this point pretty clear. The most important thing is I love Nesli, of course, She sacrificed her time that she could have spent with her family in order to stay with me in China, and she gave up a lot of stuff just to stay with me. I know that it's very difficult for her, especially with COVID-19. She can actually physically see her family. It's and also, the food, the culture stuff, and the language barrier in China. Everything is just so difficult for her as a foreigner living in China. So of course I love her. All right. So thank you for supporting her. I know that YouTube, this kind of social media, this kind of content has been her dream all the time, and I will always support her in creating content as well. Thank you.